Good evening, everyone. My name is Brett Carlin, and I'm the artistic director and conductor of the Master Chorale of South Florida. And I am so delighted to welcome you this evening to the world premiere of As Long as We Are Here, composed by Jake Runestad and original text by Todd Boss. This has been a project for our organization that has been months in the making. And during a time when COVID has fundamentally changed the way that we interact with each other and has really devastated the choral community and classical music industry in totality, we are just so delighted to have the opportunity to bring a world premiere of a new work by two phenomenal artists. So please help me welcome Mr. Todd Boss and Jake Runestad to the live stream this evening. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, great to be here. This is exciting. Hi,
Brett.
These are the days that composers live for. Like, this is the moment when something like is birthed for the first time. So it's very exciting.
Oh, I'm really, really psyched as well. I'm mostly psyched because this is the first time that I've been able to wear a tuxedo with tails in like 10 months or so. So that's particularly excitement. That's certainly a financial investment, and I'd like a little bit of a return on it. So I'm really delighted. And I see both of you are looking really dapper and are dressed up for the concert hall experience for this evening's premiere.
Absolutely.
Well, what have you guys been up to for the last few weeks? You know, we welcomed you earlier in this project, almost about a month ago or so, to talk about the piece. What have you guys been up to recently?
Todd?
Oh my goodness! I don't know. I've been a student in my biomimicry program at ASU, which is a whole new thing for me. I've been working on poems for my fourth collection. I've been sort of celebrating my first sale of a children's book to Simon and Schuster, which is really exciting.
That's the boy who said, "Wow!" Is it not, Todd?
Yeah,
Just for a
yeah,
little
yeah.
plug. Great.
Yeah. Just doing all kinds of cool creative stuff. Jake and I are also working on something new, so that's really awesome too.
Cool. Jake, what about you?
Yeah, there's plenty to do. I've got a lot of music to write, which is great. I'm still working on a piece about Mariah Mitchell, this fantastic scientist, astronomer, who discovered a comet very early on, and the piece is about the observation of a total solar eclipse. So I'm trying to figure out what that might sound like. So that's my latest endeavor, with lots of other projects on the horizon. And but so excited about this.
Yes. Well, let's, this evening we're not welcoming just the singers who were involved in the project as we were in previous live streams, but a lot of individuals around the world who are logging in to hear the work for the first time. So can you guys reorient us for a second? How did the project kind of come about? And then after that, maybe we'll have Todd talk to us a little bit about the text.
Yeah, well, the commission came from you and the Master Chorale of South Florida, and the world premiere was supposed to happen in June at the Chorus America National Conference in Miami. And of course, there is this global pandemic, if you haven't heard, and so the performance was canceled. But we are so excited that you decided to turn it into a virtual choir project, and so people from all over were able to participate, and so I'm really, really excited that it came to life. The piece is for string orchestra and choir and piano. And it's a text that a while ago, gosh, maybe years ago now, I sent Todd a poem by Rilke that I really loved. Or I think actually it was an excerpt from a letter maybe. And so sent it to Todd and just said, hey, I like this. What do you think? And then Todd wrote a poem. I didn't necessarily expect a poem. But he wrote an adaptation of it. And so when I was looking for texts for our project, I came across this and thought, gosh, this is such a beautiful text to use. And so I did. And then the pandemic hit, and this text has become even more meaningful based on what we're experiencing. It's about this idea of appreciating the beauty around us, the heaven here at home. And so, Todd, would you read us the poem?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. I usually write, as Jake said, original works for him, but this is an adaptation, and it's based on something that Rainer Maria Rilke, the great poet, wrote in a letter to a friend. This is my poem adaptation of it. I titled it "As Long as We Are Here, a Prayer for Non-Believers," and it goes. Surely it must also be God's will that thoughts of heaven and hell serve some believers well, whereas for those like me, a paradise to be makes the here and now less here and less now somehow. The more I praise eternity, the less I love the narrow life I know. And so, for both orders, those in the Sunday rows and those whom church bells send running for the borders, this prayer, as long as we are here in cousinhood with flora, fauna, fountain, and fresh air, let us make a near noise. Let us sing to fill this dome. Let us wonder under the stars, and let us thrive fully alive to all the heaven here at home.
That's really, really beautiful, Todd.
It's so gorgeous.
And it's so inspiring to hear you speak your own text. You know, I played trombone for 10 years. I've always had kind of one foot in the wind band world and the orchestra world and the choral world. And the thing that has always drawn me to choral music and made it the most rewarding experience is, unlike our instrumental brethren and sistren, we get text. And we don't just communicate in the abstract, but we get to declaim, we get to communicate, we get to encourage and instruct and heal in a way that is both metaphorical and intangible in the harmony and the music to which the words are set. Yet there's something that is more direct, more immediate, and for me, just a little bit more captivating about it. So it's really beautiful and inspiring to hear you read that text, and also it's relieving to watch you take a drink, because like I feel like you're always involved in all these different creative projects. I feel like you've got like 9 different degrees, you know everything about everything. Yeah, I'm sure you're hydrating with just water over there. Yeah, I can assume what's in there. Good. Well, we've been chatting for a few minutes, and I'm sure people are eager to hear the piece. So Jake, what would you like to share with everyone before they experience this piece for the first time?
I think my goal as a composer is to illuminate the text with music, and so that I hope that you'll consider these beautiful, beautiful words and how they might speak to our lives right now, and how we can find our own beauty, our own heaven here in our homes if we're quarantined or if we're staying at home because of the pandemic. And there still is so much beauty around us, even as difficult as life might be right now. The singers did such a beautiful job. I heard the final mix today, and it's just gorgeous, and it's so cool to see so many voices and faces on the screen. So I'm so proud of all of you, and toi toi toi.
Well, now we are ready for the premiere. This is 387 singers from over 30 states and 5 countries to sing the world premiere of As Long As We Are Here, composed by Jake and original text by Todd.
As long
Okay.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Well,
Beautiful.
bravo and congratulations. Jake and Todd, thank you for creating such a beautiful piece. And of course, our engineers at Arts Laureate, including Christian Amundsen and a lot of their staff, a friend of mine, Matthias and Brian, just a really extraordinary process and product. You know, this was achieved in 2 weeks. It's not half bad.
Amazing.
It's
Amazing.
mind-boggling to think about that. Really
Well,
extraordinary.
I want to say a special congratulations and bravo and thank you, of course, to all the singers who were involved in this performance. As I tell my choir frequently, and mentioned to Todd as we chatted a little bit earlier this afternoon, you know, as a conductor, a composer, and a librettist, or a writer of original text, although we are involved in creating the material to be interpreted, creating the project, supporting the singers, encouraging kind of glorified cheerleader roles within classical music and choral music, we do not make an aural contribution to the final product and final sound. So if you thought that was a beautiful and you are a singer in it, you better have a healthy sense of pride and feel really great about all the work and commitment and effort that goes into this project.
Here, here, here,
It's
here.
amazing. Amazing.
We also had some wonderful guest artists, Dr. James Bass, of course, a mentor and friend of mine, Dr. Linda Hassler, who's a frequent collaborator with Jake, of course, and now hopefully a new friend of mine too, Craig Hella Johnson, who joined us for a wonderful workshop, Christian Amundsen from Arts Laureate, who coordinated all of this for us, of course, the board and trustees of Master Chorale of South Florida for taking a risk on this little adventure of a project, and all of our section leaders at Master Chorale for teaching the music and helping to support all of our wonderful singers. So, gentlemen, shall we toast?
Let's
Yes.
toast.
Okay. To what? To life? To doing the piece live in person at some point near in the future?
To more,
Yes.
to more, to more.
To music, to text, to humanity, to a vaccine. To
Hell yes. Oh my God.
all of the above. To all of
Okay.
you, congratulations. This is extraordinary.
Cheers.
Amen.
L'chaim.
There we go.
What are you guys drinking?
I've got an old-fashioned.
Excellent. Todd?
I'm on the white wine track right now.
Okay, excellent. Are we Chardonnay? Are we Sauvignon Blanc? Are we
I was a
Viognier? Are we
Pinot
sophisticated?
Grigio. It was
Ooh.
a very cheap Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, that's like spiked water I think you got there in your glass.
It's what we writers
about
can
you,
afford
Brett?
to drink.
I can appreciate that. I've got actually a little margarita with some silver Patron this evening. So
that's
anyway,
fair.
delighted to be
Florida,
here.
that's-
Yes,
yeah, uh-huh.
certainly. A
Very
little
good.
tropical, a little Miami, a little Fort Lauderdale.
I like it. I like it.
Well, I'll make one last and quick announcement to everyone. Of course, this piece and premiere exists at this live stream link that you're all tuning into now, either live or after the premiere on Friday, November 20th at 7:30 p.m. But following this, we will have available a 4K high definition, very high fidelity audio link available both on YouTube and will be spread widely across probably Jake's website, the Master Chorale of South Florida's website, and certainly we'll be pushing it out via our social media handles as well. So be on the lookout in just a few days for a high fidelity audio rendering of this piece. And what a beautiful accompanying video message. Jake and Todd, you guys are the best. Bravo and congrats. You guys are mensches. You're the best. And I just, it's been such a joy to work with both of you.
And to you, Brett, thank you.
It's been such a pleasure, and to everyone who participated, you know, this music does not exist without you, and so it means the world that you put all the time and effort into this, and you gave your beautiful voices to the piece. It just means the world. So I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. It's such a joy to hear this come to life.
Thanks all. Peace and good night.
Woohoo! Good night.